Hello, everybody. I would like to welcome you to webinar Transforming Anxiety. I will do short introduction in English as of now, and in a minute in a Russian language. And let me explain to you why, because this webinar is recorded and anybody who will review this webinar later on my YouTube channel would be able to understand what are we doing here on this webinar. My name is Tunitsky. I'm organizer of this webinar and other webinars on my YouTube channel. Я рад вас приветствовать всех на нашем вебинаре, на котором мы изучаем книгу Transforming Anxiety. И я рад вас приветствовать. Этот вебинар будет идти на английском языке, но частично он будет переведен на русский язык, потому что другие люди будут смотреть и слушать этот вебинар в записи на моем YouTube-канале, и это будет полезно для тех, кто не понимает или на русском, или на английском, просмотреть его и прослушать. И сегодня у нас необычный вебинар, потому что он будет разделен на три части. Today is an unusual webinar because we will split this webinar in three parts. We will talk about the current situation in the world regarding war in Ukraine, very briefly. Это необычный вебинар. Мы ответим на некоторые вопросы и обсудим ситуацию, которая сложилась в бизнесе Forever в связи с войной в Украине. Then we will read this book, and we have additional part. After we will read this book, we will talk about product number one in Forever Living Products Business, Aloe Vera Gel. То есть первая часть, мы сейчас коснемся этой части, очень важно для всех, кто к нам присоединился, и люди, которые посмотрят этот вебинар и послушают его потом в записи. Потом мы будем читать эту книгу. И потом мы поговорим о самом популярном продукте нашей компании Aloe Vera Gel. As you know, that a lot of people combined together, united together to send company requests regarding current situation in the world regarding war in Ukraine. And many of you signed the letter to the company. And today I got a response from the company with a letter from Senior Vice President of the company, Antidote. Okay, many of you know this gentleman. He is a Vice President of the company. Многие из вас подписали письмо с обращением понять ситуацию, которая будет происходить в нашем бизнесе в связи с войной в Украине. Мы подписали это письмо, отправили в компанию. И сегодня я получил ответ от Senior Vice President компании Antidote. И я попрошу сейчас моего друга и партнера Хелену Осипов прочитать это письмо, а второго друга и партнера Зою переводить это письмо на русский язык. Сейчас я покажу это письмо. Оно у вас будет на экране. Зоя или Лена, скажите, что вы видите.
Okay, yes, we do see it.
Okay. My friend and partner, Helen Osipov, manager from Brooklyn, New York, and Zoe will translate, friend and partner from Brooklyn, New York, will translate in Russian. Helen, please go ahead.
Good evening, everybody. Okay, this is the letter from Senior Vice President Aidan O'Hare to Alex. Thank you so much for your email. There has been some discussion about our position with regards to Forever Living products in Russia. As a reminder, we have stopped all investments in Russia. We're not sending any more products, nor are we importing or exporting anything with Russia. We're not paying any bonuses into or out of Russia, thus our operations are winding down there. We do intend, however, to honor all outstanding financial commitments to our Russian FBOs.
Зоя.
Добрый вечер всем. Сообщение от Эйдена О'Хара Алексу. Большое спасибо за ваш имейл. У нас мы обсуждали позицию. У нас были обсуждения о положении типа в Европе. Европе и с бизнесом в отношении Forever Living Products в России. Я хочу напомнить, что мы остановили все вложения в Россию, инвестиции в Россию, и мы не посылаем никаких продуктов и не импортируем ничего из России. Мы не платим никакие бонусы туда и оттуда из России. Таким образом, наши операции или действия закрываются. Мы действительно намерены, однако, типа...
Они планируют выплатить все, что они должны в России сделать, закончить outstanding financial обязанности, которые должны быть выполнены.
Понятно.
Helen?
Yes, we are horrified by what we are seeing in Ukraine. The unprovoked humanitarian crises that are unfolding before the world are awful. We are doing everything we can to support the Ukrainian FBOs and staff who have been heroic throughout the past few weeks. They are working amidst the most strenuous conditions to get FLP Ukraine back up and running ASAP. Despite the upheaval, FLP Ukraine is continuing to pay bonuses and salaries and making the necessary adjustments that will enable us to get the products available again in the next few days.
Зоя, пожалуйста.
Нас всех охватил ужас тем, что мы видим в Украине.
Неспровоцированный гуманитарный кризис.
Ну, так у вас, может, лучше получается. Давайте, Алекс.
Зоечка, ну, пожалуйста, Зоя.
Неспровоцированные гуманитарные кризисы, которые сейчас видны, которые сейчас происходят в мире, ужасны. Мы делаем все возможное, чтобы поддержать украинское FP. Я не знаю, что такое FP.
Forever business owner. Forever business owner.
Поддержать украинских Forever Business владельцев и всех участников, героически, которые показали себя как герои за последние несколько недель. Мы работаем мы работаем в очень трудных условиях, чтобы поддержать это Forever Living Products в Украине, backup, and running, я не знаю, что такое ACAP, я не понимаю, что это.
И чтобы этот бизнес продолжался как можно быстрее, as soon as possible, как можно продолжал работать как можно быстрее.
Несмотря на это, украинские Forever Living Products им продолжают платить бонусы украинским и зарплаты, чтобы внести adjustments. Это
Чтобы сделать возможной продукцию, которая нужна дистрибьюторам каждый день. Helen, in addition, please continue.
Yes, sure. In addition to the great work that is being accomplished in Ukraine, our FBOs and staff in the bordering countries are also helping our Ukrainian Forever family and friends by providing food, products, housing, and transportation.
Зоя.
И вдобавок к тому, что они помогают как могут с Forever Products, вдобавок к этому, к этой великой работе, которая выполняется тем, что выполняется Украиной, наши FBO и став в
Соседние страны.
в соседних странах тоже помогают украинской семье Forever, друзьям, обеспечивая их едой, всякой продукцией, домами, то есть жильем и транспортацией.
Our Forever Hungary staff are preparing care kits that will be delivered to the newly forming refugee camps across the borders. In addition, the Rexmond Forever Giving Foundation has made a large donation to save the children who are working in Ukraine to bring relief to the child refugees. Forever Living Products is also launching a global campaign to help raise money to donate to save the children, to assist them in the great work they are doing.
Став в Венгрии наш готовит наборы, которые будут доставлены в только что сформированные лагеря для беженцев вдоль границы. И вдобавок к этому фонд Рега Мона Forever создал огромный сбор денег, донацию к обществу, чтобы спасти детей, которые работают в Украине, чтобы облегчить положение детей беженцев. И продукция Forever Living тоже запустила глобальную кампанию, чтобы помочь собрать деньги, чтобы донировать, чтобы отдать этому обществу спасению детей и помогать им в огромной работе, которую они выполняют.
This war is awful, unnecessary, and without explanation. There are no winners in this or in any war. We hope and pray that it ends quickly and we can all look forward to rebuilding a stronger Ukraine. In all of this, we're making progress, but there is still much to be done. And we encourage all of you to look for opportunities to help where and how you can.
Война ужасна. Война ужасна. И в ней нет необходимости, и нет никакого объяснения. Нет победителей в любой войне, в этой и в любой войне. Мы надеемся и молимся, чтобы она закончилась быстрее. И мы очень хотим, чтобы скорее отстроилась, более сильно, Украина отстроилась и стала еще сильнее. То есть мы делаем успехи во всем этом, и еще много надо сделать. И мы просим всех вас найти возможности помочь в том месте, где вы находитесь, и как вы можете, как вы только можете.
Alex, what is happening there is horrendous. My heart goes out to all that are suffering and will continue to do all we can to help.
Алекс, что происходит, это ужасно. И мое сердце не может этого терпеть. И все эти терпения, и мы продолжим делать все, что мы можем, чтобы им помочь.
Thank you very much, Helen. Thank you very much, Zoya. So you see the picture that business with Russia has been stopped. And company help for our business Ukraine as much they possibly can, because it was sensitive subject for many of us. So we covered this subject and we are going to move forward, and then we start to read this book. Let me show the cover of the book right now. That's a cover of the book, Transforming Anxiety.
Not yet.
Excuse me?
Not yet.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. You're right. Just 1 second, please. Now you do see the cover, right?
Yes, yes.
I'm sorry, okay. Transforming Anxiety. And there, I would like to ask Helen to read cover of the book and ask Zoya to make a translation. We do that on purpose because people who jump right to the third webinar, they will not have a picture, what are we doing here? And I honestly believe that this book is really valuable and special for the current situation since 2020, when pandemic hits the globe of our planet. And it's really hard for us to recover and to be in a good mood and to be in a good health and to continue to do business. So Helen, please go ahead.
The perfect antidote to anxiety. Feelings of anxiety can sap your energy, joy, and vitality. But now the scientists at the Institute of HeartMath have adopted their revolutionary techniques into a fast and simple program that you can use to break free from anxiety once and for all.
Zoe, please translate. Zoe?
Oh, sorry. Прекрасный антидот от беспокойства или тревоги. Антидот – это средство, прекрасное средство от беспокойства и тревоги. Беспокойства могут забирать вашу энергию, радость и жизненность. Но в настоящее время ученые Института математики сердца изобрели революционные техники, которые вложены в быстрые и легкие программы, которые может разрешить, то есть освободить вас от беспокойства сейчас и навсегда, сразу и навсегда.
At the core of the HeartMath method is the idea that our thoughts and emotions affect our heart rhythms. By focusing on positive feelings such as appreciation, care, or compassion, you can create coherence in these rhythms with amazing results. Using the HeartMath method, you'll learn to engage your heart to bring your emotions, body, and mind into balance. Relief from anxiety, optimal health, and high performance all day long will follow.
В основе метода математики сердца лежит идея, что наши мысли и эмоции влияют на ритм сердца. Путем фокусировки на позитивных чувствах, таких как признательность, забота, сочувствие, вы можете создать согласование с этим ритмом или связанность с этим ритмом. И это приносит замечательные успехи, прекрасные результаты. Используя метод этого института математики сердца, вы научитесь применять свое сердце и согласовывать их вместе со своими эмоциями, телом и умом или мозгом, переводить его в баланс. облегчение от тревоги или беспокойства, оптимальное здоровье и высокая производительность целый день последуют за этим.
And there is a quotation: a powerful guide to using positive emotions and loving kindness to reduce anxiety in its myriad forms. Drawing on science and common sense, the HeartMath tools will be helpful to anyone when practiced as taught in this straightforward and easy to read book. This is from Frederick Luskin, PhD, director of the Stanford Forgiveness Projects and author of Forgive for Good.
Okay, thank you, Helen. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead, Zoe, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Это замечательный справочник о том, как использовать позитивные эмоции и доброту сердца, чтобы облегчить беспокойство в ее разнообразных формах. Привлекая науку и как это, общий смысл, инструменты этого или способы этого института сердца математики будут очень полезны любому, который будет их практиковать и обучаться. И книжка написана очень легко и просто.
Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Zoya. And let me switch the screen and we will continue to read this book in a second. Hold on for a second, please. Here we go. Can you see the screen, Helen?
Yes, yes.
Please continue from as you practice.
Okay.
Not translation necessary.
Mhm.
Thank you. Hold on, just 1 second. That's it. Let's go.
As you practice the HeartMath tools in this book, you develop intuitive intelligence to see what to do. You won't be able to eliminate intrusive thoughts or anxious feelings overnight. Success is correlated with how deeply you experience and believe the new perceptions you gain. Success is also correlated with how much you act on what your heart tells you. As you take care responsibility for acting on your new intuition and insights, you will transform anxiety in your own life and thus contribute to more ease and flow in these lives or those around you as well. Jeffrey Stevens, MD, Assistant Medical Director of the Psychiatric Unit at Kootenai Medical Center in Idaho, comments, I've taught many patients in the HeartMath techniques with very good success, especially people with anxiety problems. In one case, an extremely nervous patient who I've seen for years, but who never responded to multiple psychological and pharmacological interventions, did so well with HeartMath that at first she didn't recognize herself. She was so used to being nervous all the time. She was just delighted. I've had wonderful results using HeartMath with anxiety disorders, phobias, and panic. I have not seen an obvious group of people that can't do it, though persons who have extreme difficulty taking responsibility for their thoughts and feelings can be challenging. A wake-up call. People have intuitions that they need to do something, but often don't because they are afraid or feel they don't have time. Transforming anxiety requires taking oneself in hand to make changes and commitment to see these changes through. It takes individual responsibility and effective tools to transform anxiety into hopeful attitudes and effective action. It is the individual who experienced and bears the burden of anxiety. And it's the individual who has to change it before society will change. We predict that over the next few years, many more people will realize that relieving anxiety is an individual inside job and one that is achievable. Overwhelming schedules, health problems, and financial pressures, along with societal upheavals, will take the anxiety epidemic to a whole new level. And people will soon put dealing with emotional stress and anxiety at the top of their to-do lists. It will get less affordable to wait until something serious happens before they seek the help they need. Transforming anxiety requires a new, serious commitment. Take it on as your own responsibility. Take it on with a new maturity. You can learn how to deal with the pressures of the moment so that stress and anxiety don't accumulate. You can learn to release anxiety as it occurs and find more ease and security inside yourself. Transforming.
Hold on for a second, Helen.
Uh-huh.
Sorry for interruption. I would like to share
Uh-huh.
my notes here with everybody. Take it on as your own responsibility. I do love this. We cannot rely on sponsor or downline. Our or yours health is yours responsibility. Doesn't remind to you situation with Forever Business?
Sure.
Absolutely. You can rely only on one person, yourself, and you are responsible for your success or failure. I put it on, you see the date, March 14th right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's I would like to share with everybody because it resonates with my heart and my conscience that this is exactly about Forever Business and our life, and special this section too, this one. They like predicted situation what we have right now, right? We have a very challenging situation for many, many people around the globe, for all population of the globe affected with this situation. Okay, let's move on. And I would like to ask, no, take a break, Helen.
Okay.
I would like to ask to continue to read my friend and partner, the most reliable manager from New Jersey. Iris, please go ahead.
Thank you.
Transforming, all the way, last word.
Transforming anxiety boils down to taking responsibility for your own feelings. Without gaining a new understanding of your feelings, you won't find ease. It's time to really do something about anxiety. You don't want to keep living this way. As Donald said, after years of serious anxiety suffering, going from doctors to therapists to alternative treatments with little avail, taking drugs that harmed my health and didn't relieve my anxiety, I finally reached deep inside and connected with my individual responsibility. That's when life lightened up and my anxiety lifted. But I had to follow through with what I knew I needed to do. If you don't manage your emotions, then your emotions will manage you. With the HeartMath techniques and tools
Hold on for a second. I'm sorry for interruption again. Some of my comments I want to share with everybody. Now, just very simple, superpower statement. If you don't manage your emotions, then your emotion will manage you. Please go ahead, Iris.
Thank you. With the HeartMath techniques and tools for accessing your heart power, you can transform anxiety. Millions have already used these techniques to transform chronic worry, panic attacks, phobias, post-traumatic stress, and obsessive-compulsive disorders. To get started, have an honest talk with yourself and answer the following questions on a piece of paper or in a journal or notebook you keep while you're reading this book and practicing the HeartMath techniques and tools. Anxiety checklist. Describe your type of anxiety the best you can. Check which apply to you. Ongoing or restless unease. Chronic worry. Free floating anxious or fearful feelings. Panic attacks. Obsessive thoughts. Phobias. Other. Check any chronic physical symptoms you have that might be associated with anxiety. Rapid or irregular heartbeats. Tension headaches. Tightening in chest or other chest pain. Digestive problems. Sweaty palms. Other. Check the activities you have been doing to relieve anxiety. Talking to friends. Self-help techniques. Exercise. Hobbies. Therapies. List type. Drugs. List any side effect. Addictive behaviors. Describe. Coffee, smoking, alcohol, shopping, other. Nutrition. Describe. Diet, herbs, vitamins, other. Other. As you read this book and practice the tools and techniques, periodically review the items you checked to see which have changed and which you still would like to change. Use the tools to gain the insight and motivation you need to make those changes. Chapter 2. What makes you anxious? Don't forget that little emotions are the great captains of our lives. Vincent van Gogh. At the root of anxiety is some type of fear. Fear arises when your security or stability is threatened. While fear is designed to warn you of real danger, the few times the danger is real are offset by thousands of times it isn't. Philosophies, religion, and myriad of therapies and books talk about overcoming fear. But for all the attention to the subject, fear is still one of the last things that most people are actually able to let go of. Positive thinking and affirmations alone won't do it. You can't visualize, think, rationalize, or affirm your fears away because feelings and beliefs call the shots. If you don't feel and deeply believe that you're affirming, the fear will keep recurring and even engender other out of control reactions like anger, withdrawal, or depression. That's why, even after the well intentioned advice and attempts, many still feel helpless about ever really getting rid of their fears. Transforming anxiety is not about numbing fears or denying real threats. It starts with managing your emotional investment in fear feelings and projections. Jane Fillimore, author of an excellent article on anxiety, gives some typical examples how emotional investment occurs. I worry that I'm making myself ill by worrying. I worry I'm becoming so tired that I soon won't be able to think, that I'll lose control and go crazy. Yet, I still can't stop worrying. For others, something as simple as their child or partner being 30 minutes late coming home can trigger anxiety that they have been run over by a bus. Then they add imagination to the projection, making it worse and worse. There is a story about a businessman who said in his mind is running about like hitting a tennis racket again and again. You start to ask yourself, am I doing it right? You question your own ability, question yourself as a human being, and when you're like that and it goes on and on, it's vicious. Anxiety habits. The examples above illustrate are anxiety habits created by emotional investment in anxiety. Most people don't think of anxiety as a habit. They think it's something happening to them rather than something they are creating. Thinking this isn't bad, it's only human. But nothing will change until people take responsibility for investing in anxiety thoughts and reactions. Taking responsibility isn't judging or blaming yourself, which goes nowhere. Judgment and blame only deflect responsibility and drain your energy. Taking responsibility starts with realizing that you're allowing negative projections to control you. An anxiety habit often starts by projecting worst-case scenarios of what might happen in the world, in your workplace, home, or family, and personally, how someone will talk to you, respond, or treat you. You can create storage bins of anxiety projections. Then a fear or worry can pop out of the storage with the least little trigger, especially when you're tired or worn down. Worry can start with just one feeling or perception, followed by a thought, then by a feeling, then another thought, then another feeling, until you are wound in anxiety loop. You can end up downright distraught or angry about what might happen. We knew an accomplished publisher who was skilled at editing everyone else's story but couldn't edit her own projections. I walk to the train station on my way to work, she said, and have angry conversations in my head rehearsing how I'm going to defend myself with people. I have upcoming phone appointments with that day. It's crazy, but I always assume the worst. I'm often exhausted by 11 a.m.
Hold on for a second. Ari, thank you for your reading. I would like to ask Zoya to continue from this sentence. Please, Zoya, go ahead. Oops, hold on. The mind likes.
The mind likes to search for and examine all the angles it can find related to worst case scenarios. This is a very private internal process where you can drain your energy and then drain it some more. Fear, insecurities, comparisons, and self-image bombers make up most people's anxiety arsenal. Some anxiety habits are so familiar, they simply go unnoticed. You can be living for so long with the fear of being rejected, snubbed, left out, a failure, unaccomplished, or unable to communicate that you adapt to it. You can get so used to anxious or apprehensive feelings that it just wouldn't feel natural to be without them. Anxieties that have become ingrained are just there. They rule your life, and you never even noticed you handed over your power to them. If fear were like a pat of butter, anxiety would be like spreading it with a knife, taking those fearful thoughts and emotions and working them over day and night, week after week. This kind of anxiety is a self-defeating habit because it isn't based on fact and doesn't resolve anything. Your repetition of it isn't perfecting a useful skill. It's dulling your feeling world while draining your energy. Here's a simple illustration of what an anxiety habit can sound like in your head. Let's say you were invited on a family camping trip and feel like you have to go, although you really don't want to. Immediately, you start to negatively project into the future, triggering anxious feelings. What if it rains? What if you get poison oak? What if your sister-in-law takes over the cooking the whole weekend and makes you miserable? What if someone asks you a question about some touchy issue? Does this sound familiar? You can probably parallel this illustration with similar situations in your life. Whatever your personal worst case scenario, you project it and then fear it as if it were a done deal. Projecting fear slams the door on the heart. Clarity and intuition cannot get in. Most fears are byproducts of projecting insecurity into simple, everyday issues can eat you up. The mind projects with thoughts like, should I do this or say that? What if they don't like me? Should I sit next to this person? What if he judges me? These insecurity projections accumulate into an anxiety habit. Anxiety habits can lead to nervous system and biochemical imbalances and cause panic attacks or other physical symptoms. More anxiety or even sheer terror can arise from projecting that you may be struck in a situation where you would go into a panic attack. If you suffer from panic attacks, you may fear you are going crazy or fear that other people will think of you if you lose control. This is a logical progression of an anxiety habit. The hopeful news is that you can transform anxiety habits, as many people are doing. But first, it helps to understand the underlying psychological mechanisms. True care versus overcare. Overcare about people, issues, things, or yourself is the most common cause of anxiety. What often happens is that you get over-identified or over-attached to what you care about, whether it's a relationship, a work issue, how you look, or what might happen. Over-identity occurs when your sense of self-worth becomes overly invested in a person or issue. When you get over-identified, whether with your spouse or child, with your job, with money, or with a social issue, your care turns into overcare. You stay worried or anxious, and your energy gets drained. Too much overcare can wear you out until you end up not caring anymore. Don's situation is a good example of over-identity. He was so over-identified with his projects and performance at work that it took a toll on his people skills. Whenever Don's boss would call and leave him a voicemail, he would anxiously redial his boss every 2 minutes and wouldn't talk to anyone else until he could reach him. Don lost clients and his co-workers felt put off. He was overly concerned with his projects and the performance and over-attached to what his boss might think, because to him, his work was his identity. Don was unable to see that his over-identity led to a blind perfectionism that eventually cost him his job. Angry after he was fired, Don stopped caring about getting another job. He refused to leave the house and sank into depression. One of the first steps in transforming anxiety is to understand the difference between real care and overcare. When the basic human need to care gets out of balance, people end up overcaring or not caring enough. Most people know what not enough care feels like, but may not be aware of the debilitating effects of overcare.
Zoe,
When-
hold on for a second. Thank you very much for your reading. Let's stop here because for today is enough and we have additional subject I would like to share with everybody. Let me change the picture. Thank you, Zoe, again. Okay, what do we see on the screen? Forever Aloe Vera Gel. Thank you, Helen. And it's a product number 1 in our Forever business. Number 1 product in our Forever business since 1978. The most popular, the most distributed product around the globe. And when new person logged in or does not log in, it doesn't matter, like I did it just foreverliving.com, and I choose shop and I select this product, there is some description right here. Drinking the benefits of aloe vera gel. Our aloe vera drinking gel is made of 99.7 pure inner leaf aloe with no preservatives for an experience as close to nature as you can get. If you want to get additional information, click on the link, read more. And there are more details right here. Helen, please go ahead.
Sure. Our aloe is a beautiful product, and you probably know it that to bring this product, this high quality product to the world, company found aloe vera among other herbs, and that's why they started working with this plant. And it's very important to find the correct temperature to get this to get that aloe stabilized, to keep it in that Tetra Pak. It's a 6 layers Tetra Pak container, which is very friendly to our earth because it gets dissolved and it doesn't get stuck like all other plastic containers. And aloe is like, it's like a liquid medicine, food, provider of nourishment. And because aloe is #1 seller, because I think that aloe is the best cleaner of our cells. And because it penetrates through the cell's membrane, and cells are able to get that cleaning effect and get all nourishment with amino acids, 18 amino acids, 20 minerals, and 12 vitamins. And aloe vera gel has properties which work against bacteria, viruses, fungus, and parasites. And you could read that aloe has lots of more than 200 microelements. And because it's gluten-free, vegetarian-friendly, vegan-friendly, helps maintain natural energy levels, support nutrient absorption, promotes a healthy immune system, supports healthy digestion, no added preservatives, and a very high level percentage of a pure inner leaf with no skin. And all other products in liquid form, they are based on aloe vera, because aloe vera is like it's like a delivery agent which brings all nutrients to the skin or to the muscles or like joints. That's why our drinks, for example, Forever Freedom, works better than drinking water with MSM or other ingredients, which are very good by the names to that area. And aloe is amazing. We could talk for hours about aloe vera. And I'm so proud that our company brought this product to the world, because during the getting the gel, even skin goes as a fertilizer back to the soil, and it's like zero trash process. It's amazing. And see, top 10 reasons to drink aloe vera gel. Number 10, dental health and hygiene. Our forever tooth gel is amazing for our mouth, gums, and our teeth, because it contains propolis besides aloe, and it doesn't give any bacteria will die there. Okay. Number 9, provides rapid soothing. Aloe vera enhances fibroblast function. Fibroblasts are those remarkable little cells responsible for collagen formation. They also assist in the soothing of minor burns, cuts, scrapes, and skin irritants. Aids in healthy digestion. And yeah, I will not read all the things, but our digestion is number 1. If you feel pain anywhere, you just drink aloe vera without water, and you will feel relief. In 5-10 minutes, you feel different. Especially when people celebrate something, they mix different foods. You just come home, drink some, like 1/3 of the glass straight aloe vera, and you feel different. Your inner organs will thank you. Immune support and function. Without immune support, we'll not go out, and we will not live normally, because we live in the world of bacteria and viruses. But aloe vera provides natural support for the immune system. And since the immune system works around the clock protecting the body, aloe vera, with its natural immune enhancers, gives the body a continual arsenal from which to draw. Drinking 2 to 4 ounces of aloe vera gel regularly may give your immune system the helping hands it needs. Prevention is better than cure. That's why, if you care about your health, it's better to drink high-quality aloe vera gel. Number 6, regulates weight and energy levels. Aloe vera gel naturally and with regular use allows the body to cleanse the digestive system, and our diets include many unwanted substances which can cause lethargy and exhaustion. And aloe vera cleanses our body inside out, and it gives us normal level of energy, and we're ready to start our day. And also, beside, daily dose of minerals. And also, don't forget, we have new product, collagen, but we're out of it. But you just remember that aloe helps from formation of collagen. If you drink aloe vera, your body will create more collagen. Please remember that. And we will be younger and better looking for a longer time. Daily dose of minerals. Some of the minerals found in aloe vera include calcium, sodium, iron, potassium, chromium, magnesium, manganese, copper, and zinc. What a power storehouse. Especially, you heard, like during the coronavirus pandemic, many people heard about chromium, zinc, magnesium, sodium, because we need all our functions to work well, and heart also. And when you add something like that, adding foods to our diet with naturally occurring vitamins and minerals is recommended for overall health. Okay, and daily dose of vitamins. Aloe vera gel includes vitamin A, B1, B2, B6, B12. B12 you will find only in meat, and vitamin C and E, folic acid and niacin. The human body simply cannot store some of these vitamins. Therefore, we need to supplement them regularly through our diet. What better way than by drinking a daily dose of aloe vera gel, while at the same time building the body's defense system naturally against oxidative stress. Anti-inflammatory properties. Aloe vera gel has 12 natural substances that have been shown to inhibit inflammation without side effects. Aloe may also support proper joint and muscle mobility. What a beautiful addition to our life. We just lubricate our joints and tissues with aloe vera. Number one, body building blocks. Amino acids are our body's building blocks. 8, which are essential and cannot be made by the body, are found within the aloe plant. Drinking aloe vera gel on a regular basis allows you to help maintain your health by replenishing your body naturally with these essential amino acids. That's like, we could find everything, and that's why we call aloe vera is like a liquid food. Let me give you an example. Now it's very strenuous and horrifying war in Ukraine, right? And I was involved in some people's lives, people who escaped from different cities in Ukraine. And they are in Poland and Germany now. And one lady, she had oncology. She was recovering after chemotherapy. And then there was a stroke. And her husband went to war. And she was horrified. She was in the basement for 10 days. She was so exhausted because after chemotherapy, body cannot function normally. Especially stress level is enormous. And finally, like after 3 days of exhaustion, they went through 4 countries, and they set up their refugee camp, or they are in refugee camp in Poland. And I got news that she is completely exhausted. She cannot eat because she couldn't chew. And I was able to send some products to her. And she drank like 3 liters. She told me that she survived for 5 or 6 days only on aloe vera because she couldn't sleep, she couldn't eat. I was so happy that she was able to perform for her daughter, because children, they cannot understand what's going on. But I think she's coming back to life. Even she lost her husband, like 3 days after she recovered a little bit, she lost her husband. Now she started completely new life. But she is, I believe that she will be able to live for herself, for her to provide some help to her daughter because of aloe vera products and some products what she's eating, even sucking under her tongue. And I think you will find lots of examples like that, because stress is killing us, but aloe will rejuvenate our all organs and nervous system and digestive tract, and even the mind. And we could talk about aloe for a long time with lots of examples, but I think people have to share something else besides my story.
Helen, thanks a lot for your presentation and for your heartbreaking story about this lady. We already know about her. You told us, you share, and our hearts with her. And aloe vera will hopefully will help her. Anybody else? Do you have any questions, or anybody would like to share testimony regarding aloe vera gel only, or any other drink based on aloe vera? Any volunteer who would like to share some story about number one product or drinks based on aloe vera? Okay, I could share my personal story that in 2004, when I started to drink my favorite drink, Forever Freedom, I've got no clue how it will affect my life, but I have a pain in my joints and in the left elbow. So when my friend and partner and sponsor Boris Mizhoritsky advised me to drink Forever Freedom, and I started to drink Forever Freedom, after 2.5 months, I was almost pain-free except right point finger and left elbow. It took for me additional 2.5 months, and I was pain-free. Then I made a decision to drink on everyday basis at least 8 ounces, about 6 to 8 ounces or 100 grams of aloe vera. So in average, I drink 3 bottles of Forever Freedom since 2004 on every month's basis, and I am pain-free with my joints in my hands and left elbow. That's it. Very short testimony. Many of you heard this, my personal story. Anybody else? All right, I would like to thank you, readers and translator Helen Osipov, Iris Christabel, and Zoya for reading and translation. Helen, you would like to say something?
No, I just want to say bye, just in
Oh.
case.
Okay, I just saw that you unmute
Mhm.
microphone. Okay, thank you, everybody. I'll see you next Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Good night.